Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It is Wednesday. It's late Wednesday evening. Didn't get a chance to make this video earlier today. Just had too many things going on, but wanted to finally get it out. Household's all in bed now, so gives me a little bit of time here to shoot this and peace and quiet and all that good stuff. So we're going to review the books coming out next Wednesday, September 18th. Kind of give you an early preview of some books that I'm looking at, picking up, things that I think look interesting, cool covers, that kind of thing. And I just wanted to highlight, I love this this magazine here that Marcus was kind enough to send me. I did a video on that, an unboxing video, Erie number 41, and I love a lot of these really cool covers. Suyan, I think a Spanish painter did this. I'm sorry, San Juan, I think it is. I'm probably destroying that pronunciation. But, you know, it definitely is that Frazetta style to it. Just one of the best covers I've seen in a long time. I mean, this thing is fantastic. And there's some really cool covers that I'll go over with you today. There's also a couple comic book exclusives coming out. I don't have a lot of details on them yet, but at least we've got the cover art that I can highlight. So, yeah, let's jump into it here. So, comic books coming out next Wednesday, the 18th. Starting off with Dark Horse, Black Hammer, Age of Doom, number 12. I'm not sure if this is the last issue of the series. I think it was a 12-issue series. So this should be the last issue. I could be wrong about that. Two covers. I really like the B cover. Paul Pope and Dave Stewart cover. That is just awesome. That's totally a cover buy. I would buy that just for the cover. So that's the one I would pick up. A cover is pretty good too, by Orbston, but yeah, I like the B cover a little bit better. All right, I think that was it for Dark Horse. I'm not too familiar with. I know there's a number 1 out, Steeple number 1. Not too familiar with that book. Stray number 2. I'm also not very familiar with that book, so I'm going to probably pass on those. Moving on to DC, you do have a pretty nice Middleton cover for Aquaman number 52. It's on one of those nice, thicker cardstock covers, so it's a really nice cover. I believe I pre-ordered that in advance. I do like Middleton's artwork. That one's just a really nice one. There is a second printing for Batman 77, so if you missed picking that up, I do believe it has a different cover as well, so you may want to grab that. Batman 79, 2 covers there. I like the Clay Mann cover a little bit better, and it's also in a cardstock, so it's going to cost you $1 more, but I definitely think it's worth it. A really nice cover. So I'll be picking. I believe I pre-ordered that in advance. Flash Forward number 1. There's a nice In-Hook Lee cover. You know, I don't know if I like these covers that he does where he divides up the covers with different faces. I don't know if this will be good or not. You know, I've not been really consistently reading Flash, so I don't know if this series will be worth buying or not. Brett Booth is the interior artist, and Scott Lobdell is doing the writing, so that could be worth buying. I'm not too sure. So if some of you guys have more of a heads up on that, let me know in the comments. But I think if I was going to pick one, the In-Hook Lee cover is pretty decent. Not one of my favorite by him, but I like it better than A cover. All right, there is Inferior 5, Volume 2, number 1. I'm not too familiar with this book. Keith Giffen is the writer. Not too sure. I don't think I'm going to pick that up, but that might be worth grabbing. I'm not certain on that. Justice League 32, nice Copial cover. I don't have too many books pre-ordered here. a Lex Luthor Year of the Villain, that could be worth grabbing for sure. There may be something going on in this. I know the storyline is going to be Lex Luthor versus the Batman Who Laughs. That they've already kind of there's a recent solicitation about that. So yeah, if you want to collect the storyline there, you definitely have to pick up these one shots. So you may want to pick up that Lex Luthor book, you know, if you're collecting the whole thing. All right, you got a nice Derek Chew Supergirl number 34. I'm sure that one will be popular. Also in a nice thick cardstock cover. You got a nice Adam Hughes cover for Superman number 15. It's kind of cool. I like that cover. The hand coming through the wall and everyone's shocked except for, is that Lois Lane sitting there in a chair? I'm not too sure, but yeah, it looked pretty cool. Superman Year 1, number 2. I'm not, yeah, those are signature ones. Okay. All right, Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, number 3, Ben Oliver. It's a cool cover. I've not been collecting that series, so I'm going to pass on that, but I do like the cover on that. Teen Titans. I think this is a good series because of the interaction between Lobo and his daughter Crush. I really like that character of Crush. I think that's definitely an undervalued character. You know, you can still get her first appearance relatively inexpensively. Yeah, I think there's a lot of future for her in DC. So, yeah, I think that series is worth picking up. Garner cover is nice, no doubt about it. Both covers are nice. A cover is nice too, but I think the Garner is just a tad better. All right, that does it for DC. Let's move on. Dynamite Entertainment. I didn't see anything in there that was really of much interest to me. I've collected some of these Kiss the Ends. I think if I had to pick one, I do like that Stuart Sager a Virgin cover. It's a really cool cover. Man, it's an awesome looking cover. So that would be a total cover buy. The writing on that, I read some of it. It's not that great. You know, the interior artwork's kind of mediocre, but that cover is awesome. All right, I think that does it for. Yeah, I mean, Red Sonja. There's some pretty cool covers. Again, you got a Perillo cover. It's pretty cool with the old slicing off of the head. Yeah, just a lot of covers. A couple of them are sold out. Yeah, pick the one that you like. I get a little aggravated when they don't show every cover. I don't know. And then you Google the image and you can find it on Google. So it's just, I don't know if it's Midtown laziness. I don't know what it is, but it's a little aggravating. I think it does it for Dynamite Entertainment. Let's move on. That's a skimpy outfit. How come she never shows up at my Comic Cons that I go to? Just like that. That'd be interesting, huh? I think they'd have to let her in. I mean, it's a cosplay outfit, right? IDW. I don't think there was anything here that Dynamite Entertainment. Not Dynamite Entertainment. Napoleon Dynamite #1. I do remember that movie when it came out. I think the whole time I was like, "What the heck am I watching?" But the parts of it were pretty funny. So it's pretty interesting that they've developed that into a comic book. I think that's it for IDW. Image. Middle West #11. That's been a really good series. Writing is excellent. I tell you, I like Scotty Young's writing way better than his artwork. I don't care for his artwork, but I love Jorge Corona's artwork. Much, much better. It has that similar style as Scotty Young, you know, kind of a cartoonish manga style of artwork, but just really good detail, just a lot more refined. So not, I'm not trying to knock Scotty Young. I mean, he's definitely made a name for himself, but I think he's a much better writer than he is artist, in my opinion. So Corona's excellent. I really, really like Corona. I did pre-order this Rumble number 16, mainly because I'm a big Geraldo Zaffino fan. So that's really the only reason I bought that. I love that. I mean, black and white. That's some awesome detail. That cover looks awesome. Total cover buy. I've not been reading it, so I'm sure I'll be lost. I'll try to read it, but probably won't be too meaningful to me since I've not been collecting it. Okay, that does it for Image. Let's move on to Marvel. Absolute Carnage number 3. I'm assuming the B cover, the John Tyler Christopher action figure, is sold out because it's maybe revealing a new character. Absolute Carnage 3, I've been saying for a couple months now that should be the issue if they're going to introduce a new character. That should be a key. Donny Cates did that with Venom. Issue number 3 introduced a new villain. So I'm going to assume that's why this is classified and you can't see the cover, is because it's probably a new character. Hence why it's also sold out. So that would be my guess. There's a couple other covers here. I think the A cover is the way to go for sure. I definitely pre-ordered that in advance. I've not been buying the incentive covers, mainly because I've noticed they go down in value. If you wait a week or two, the incentive covers, now it may not be the case with this, because obviously if this is a new character being introduced, a new villain or something, the value on these incentives could go up. But most of the incentive covers I've noticed have dropped, so just be aware of that before you slap down your hard-earned money on those incentives. So yeah, a lot of Absolute Carnage, couple series there with the Lethal Protectors. I'm not collecting all of them. I collected the first issue of Scream, first issue of Deadpool, and the Ghost Rider one. But I'm not going to probably collect all of them. Black Panther, Agents of Wakanda, number 1, kind of a reboot. Black Panther sales have been pretty low. I like the movie, but I don't know. It seems like the comic books haven't done well. This In-Hook Lee cover is really nice. I know Midtown doesn't show you the image, but I looked it up on Google Images, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, $51. Yeah, I'm just not going for these incentives lately. Dead Man Logan number 11. Does anybody care at this point? I mean, is anybody following that? I don't hear anybody talking about Dead Man Logan. I mean, I liked the series up until they didn't kill him in the regular Dead Man Logan series. I mean, it went all the way to issue 50 and they didn't kill him off. So I don't know. I think people are tired of it, and I don't know anyone that's really collecting it anymore. I only collected, I think, was it issue number 4 with that Zaffino variant? That was the only one I bought. For the most part, I haven't been buying them. I don't think too many other people have either. I don't hear anyone really talking about it, so. All right, Guardians of the Galaxy. Looks like the B cover is sold out. It's kind of that immortal wraparound. Pretty cool. Young Groot to old Groot. Pretty nice. I like that. Sold out at Midtown. House of X number 5. This is obviously, this House of X has been well received. It's getting close to the end of the series. It's a 6-issue miniseries. I find that most people are either collecting the A cover or they're buying, connecting cover, that type of thing. I really been liking these Huddleston variants. So for instance, Midtown's not showing you the Huddleston variant, but if you type it into Google and go to images, it pulls up believe, oh, that's number 4. Here it is. Yeah, there it is right there. So pretty cool. I like that. Nightcrawler. Very cool looking image. So I've been kind of grabbing these Huddleston variants. My favorite of the grouping was number 4. Number 3 was really good. Number 3 was really good too. Well, that was Powers of X, rather. Yeah, I think that might be my favorite with Havoc. That was just really nice. But yeah, these Huddleston variants have been really, really good. Yeah, Powers of X number 4 Huddleston variant. I like that one a lot too. So yeah, I'm sort of partial to the Huddleston variant. So that's the one I'm going to grab. Obviously, grab the one that you think's best. Let me position this again here. All right, guys, let's move down the list. Just a lot of Marvel stuff. A lot of it's signed stuff, extra things that you can purchase through Midtown. Savage Sword of Conan. I've not been collecting that. There's a nice Putri cover. The incentive cover, $21. You know, this is the thing though. There's not a lot of heat on this book. Don't be surprised. I mean, I wouldn't pay $21 for this. I think you could probably get a deal on eBay in a week or 2, maybe 3 weeks from now. You'll be able to find this for around $15 is my guess. So I would avoid paying $21. I would just wait a little bit. I think you'll get it cheaper. Spider-Man Volume 3, number 1. So this is a sort of a pre-release. It doesn't really come out until, well, it says here the 18th. Okay. Yeah, it does. It comes out next week. All right. I just thought that was I think I read that wrong. So you got a Lee Bajermo variant cover, which is cool, by Midtown for $12. And different various covers. I pre-ordered this Delato. Got it a little bit cheaper than Midtown's asking. I think there was only one website that had a really good price on it pre-order. There was I think it wasn't Golden Apple. I think it was the Comic Mint, maybe. One of the online retailers had it for $30, and it sold out very, very quickly. The cheapest I've been able to find it pre-ordered since was $40. So, yeah, I mean, I probably should have just waited and bought it on Midtown, and I would have got it around the same price if you include shipping. There's a lot of different covers, so yeah, pick the one that you like. The Delato one is really, really nice. I think that's a classic-looking cover, and I'm a big fan of Delato. All right, moving down the list, I think we're almost done with Marvel. And we should be done. Yep, okay. So independents are next. There was a few there that I thought looked interesting. I'm not an Archie fan, so I'm skipping all that. Blade Runner, I've got a couple issues to read of this. I haven't been able to read it yet. I'm a little behind in my reading. But man, some of this artwork is awesome. And Titan Comics does low print runs, so I wouldn't be surprised the print run on number 3 and 4 get pretty low, because I don't think as many people pre-order those books. So yeah, there's a couple really nice covers. Butch Geis cover, I'm sure, is nice. Yeah, just pick the one that you like. Butcher Queen number 1. Now, I did notice this sold out very, very quickly on Midtown, which tells me the print run on this could be extremely low. Red 5 Comics, I mean, I think some of their print runs are like 2,000, 3,000 only. I mean, they're really low print runs. So I don't know much about this book. Let's see, what's the premise here? Butcher Queen. in Black Star City, alien off-worlders are being systematically attacked and removed from society by a clandestine paramilitary group called the Overseers. When feudal cop-turned-mercenary Sid Kawa is contacted by a victim who escaped their grip, she is thrust into a horrifying war of secrets that will determine the future of alien relations on Earth forever. Okay, it's number one. I if you find it at your local shop, it might be worth grabbing. It's sold out. Let me go. See, this is what sucks about Midtown. If I click on to read information, it's like I can't go back to exactly where I was. I have to kind of reload it. So Butcher Queen, you may want to look for that in your local shop. It's sold out at Midtown very, very quickly, so the print run's probably super low. You got a second printing on Dark Age #1. A lot of people like that book. I didn't think it was that great. I bought the first couple issues, pre-ordered, but not a big fan of it. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was that great. I did pre-order this Forever Maps #1, mainly because I just thought the cover looked cool. Scout Comics, they sometimes have some really low print runs, so I'll give this a try. At least I grabbed the first issue there. We'll see if it's any good. This is one I missed. I didn't get on there fast enough. I would have bought this one. I thought this looks cool. I don't know. It's a photo cover, I guess, but it looks like a drawing, though. I don't know if that's a drawing or if it's supposed to look like a photo. I'm not too sure, but I'm a sucker for red covers, and I just thought that was a cool-looking image. Just a cool-looking comic book, but sold out, so my chances of getting that are probably next to nothing. My shop won't have, none of the shops I go to will ever have that. So you either pre-ordered that or you'll have to buy it off eBay probably. Once in Future, 5th printing sold out pretty quickly. I noticed that. As soon as I got on there, it was already sold out, so it tells me it was probably even Midtown didn't order enough of those. Once in Future #2, the regular cover, still available, so that tells me that their print run's probably pretty large on that. That in a couple days though, that might be sold out. So just if you want, make sure you have that on your pull list. Peculiar Wings of Death. I'm not too familiar with that. Let's see. I think there was maybe one other book that. Pre-ordered Shows-In #2. Mad Cave, print run is typically low on those books. Something is Killing the Children. 3rd printing, still available. That's good. Not sold out yet. Let's see. You Are Obsolete from Aftershock is sold out. A cover. I think that might be it, guys. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, now we're into trade paperbacks. All right. So that is your list of books from Midtown for next week. Kind of a little preview of what I would look at buying. I also wanted to share with you a couple cool looking covers coming out. This is, I got an email or something, Facebook maybe, a notification. This is going to be the Ji-Hung Lee cover for Joker Year of the Villain #1. Really cool looking cover. I'm going to try to grab that one when it comes available. I don't know if it'll be this weekend or next weekend, but sometime in the next week or two. So pay attention to my Instagram. I'll definitely release the information once I have it. There's also another Shannon Mayer variant coming out for Spider-Man #1. Obviously, he's been very hot. A lot of his covers have sold very well, sold out, especially the Virgin versions of his covers. Don't know anything about this one yet, other than that's what the trade dress will look like. I'm assuming there'll be a version of this as well. So usually that's how they'll do it. A couple of the various websites, Comic Mint, Morphous Inc., they'll have a trade dress and virgin set available for probably $50. Kind of typical. It'll sell out. Well, at least this is what's been happening. It sells out within a few minutes, maybe an hour, a couple hours, and then you'll see these sets will go for $100 on eBay. That's been pretty consistently happening. So Mayor's popular, no doubt about it. I also like this Absolute Carnage Symbiote of Vengeance. This will be a key issue because I believe it's the first appearance of the Carnage Ghost Rider. I guess that's what happens. I don't know if this is a new villain maybe, or a new character to the Marvel Universe. So there's a lot of people are saying this is a key book. I don't know for sure if it is, but I know that this cover is only limited to 600. Still available at various sites, so I don't think... Yeah, it's a pretty hot looking cover. It's a scan cover, but it's not sold out yet. So you still have time if you are thinking about buying it. But that's kind of what I had for you guys. I know this video's a little longer than usual. That's your list of books coming out next Wednesday the 18th, and a couple cool-looking covers that are also going to be coming up for sale soon on a couple websites. So I'll make sure I post the information on my Instagram. So make sure you follow me on Instagram and you follow my YouTube videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my videos. Hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of my content. And leave me a message. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think of the books coming out next week? Maybe there should have been a book I should have highlighted better. Let me know. All right, guys. Look for my video on Friday. I'll be highlighting the CBSI Hot 10 list as always. Look for that. Hope you guys have a great week. Thanks.